Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a squad from the American, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Broncos will put total leather and we'll get started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Baylor's offense will go on the attack first. The age of the game-breaking tight end is here, Jesse, and we have another guy who is threatening to redefine this position.
Yeah, we've seen over the years now the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not just blocking and catching passes. They're getting involved now in the running game. We're seeing tight ends even throw the football, David. This guy can do it all.
And why is that so difficult? Because as a defender, what do I want to play you as? Do I want to play you with an extra linebacker on the field, or do I bring in a DB? In either way, I can be wrong. The big, strong bodies that can also be receivers and also block, they make the game easy.
The play-action fake. Lets it fly. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. To the air, it's Robertson. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback keeps it. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Bears line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quarterback will keep it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to pass, it's Robertson. That's reeled in, it's Brown. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Prentice. Finds Priest at the 20. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. They just keep firing. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Snags it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Baylor.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Robertson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Boise State Broncos offense will try to get something going with their first possession. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But David,
turning it on, picks up the 1st down. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice, he can outrun.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Boise State.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Boy, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making adjustments. Scanning the field. It's Robertson. Quickly complete. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bears are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Quickly complete. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. And the Bears will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
This time he's got his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
The Bears have this offense rolling. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Looking downfield, it's Robertson. This time it's complete. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34. And the Bears really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. He wants to change this route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. He gets puts it in. Touchdown Bears!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a drive there of 84 yards, and the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Madsen. Takes the easy one to the back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Rides the back on the option, the give. Makes a man miss. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these 3rd down situations.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Trying play action. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on 1st down, sack on 2nd down, and now on 3rd down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double teamed because they can't block him right now.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got it down the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And the Broncos look to keep this drive humming. They go to the ground. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. He's got it again. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Man, what a game this guy's been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
It's complete to the left. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Broncos will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Robertson. The quick out. And that stiff arm he's got might as well be a sledgehammer. He's got it out to the 16.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
The Bears are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got the quick pass. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set is able to rip off that one for a first down.
And the Bears back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
The Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They'll go empty and 5 wide on 2nd and 13. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Robertson. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. On the move. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out route. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
All right, defense, it ain't working. Right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Baylor!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into half.
And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. To throw, it's Madsen. Here comes the Heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And the Broncos decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Here's a return from midfield. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Bears will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Looking for a gap. It's Sherrod. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, And the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
He breaks a tackle. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Broncos will punt it away on 4th down. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And the ball will come to rest just inside the 40-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, Dave.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Robertson. Got a man, it's Prentice. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Prentice. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And the Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the single back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
They want to run this quarterback. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. Back to pass, it's Robertson. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown Bears! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Wants to throw on first down. Punts it out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. From the gun, the ground game. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking downfield, it's Madsen. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Back, and here comes the Bear offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun. With the catch, it's Prentice. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen,
the ball's on the ground. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about it as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Dropping back, it's Madsen. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming.
It's picked off and another empty drive. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Going to sling it on second down. The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Robertson. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Pick it up, you're embarrassing us. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. This time on target. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And as we get ready to start the 4th quarter, they'll open with a field goal attempt. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash at 38 yards out. And that was a bit of an ugly kick, but it was effective enough to somehow sneak into the left corner. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Dropping back, it's Madsen. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to beat the DT. Makes the catch. Converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Touchdown, Broncos! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, Dave, and hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the extra point, they're down 31-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here.
That is a perfectly executed onside kick. Great job by the kicker, making sure the ball goes 10 yards. And then how about the kicking team diving on top of that ball?
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Madsen. Trying to make magic with his feet. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment defense.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great. And they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Broncos headed quickly to the line. Wants to keep it in the air. A shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Got room to work. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop. The Broncos are marching down the field. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Broncos! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Got 5 wide out spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Robertson. Quick completion on the out. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Bears will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And the Broncos will hustle to the line.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
The Broncos getting set on 1st and 10.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Going up top again. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking for a man, it's Madsen. Makes the grab. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Under fire. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Broncos are threatening on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Trying to barrel in. Into the house. Touchdown, Boise State.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the 4th quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a 2-possession game.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Looks as if he's going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bears come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Robertson. Good timing on the quick out. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
They believe they can run right here. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
I'm sure they would have liked to have locked up a bowl trip much earlier in the season, but in this particular case, what does bowl eligibility mean for the offseason?
Well, it means 15 extra practices at the bowl game to develop young players. Getting to a bowl game helps your recruiting. It's going to help in the portal, and all of a sudden people are going to get a lot more excited for what's coming next season, David.
Yeah, and I think this squad, I don't think they're excited about the practices necessarily. But a lot of these seniors that have been around, man, they get another dance. They get a chance to play another football game, make some more memories with their boys. So this is a big win today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer,